My name is Mark Narikan. I'm originally from South Sudan. Um, Basically, when my life started, when we had a lot of ongoing fighting in South Sudan between the two countries that separated. So around in 1993, my parents moved to Kenya. They basically started moving because my mom first she was sick, and right after that I basically decided to follow because it wasn't safe anymore. So I ended up in Kenya joining them, and it took a few years. That's why I started my education in Kenya. So I finished started first to eighth grade, then I moved to Nairobi where I started applying for resettlement over here. So basically the process wasn't too hard on my side. It was I was lucky of the other guys who took at least few years to get the whole things together. But in December of 2004, that's when I was approved to come over here. Basically, I wasn't sure where I would be, but I ended up in Dallas. So that's how I became adapting to the culture and learning so many things. However, I made friends. Then my whole thing was to kind of get to go to school, and it was too hard to know where to start. But always trying to be nice with other people who knows what the whole thing was, and eventually I ended up studying in English classes at Richland College, and after that I transferred to UNT where I completed my bachelor in economic. So around the December 2010, I decided to visit my family. They were every time they were calling, say when would you be coming? So that time I took a trip to South Sudan. It was it was a short trip, but it was so fun that I had to meet everybody and all my family. Regardless of what they go through, they always beat stay up and protecting each other. So what I ended up finding out when I was there, my little sister was also involved with some kind of something she doesn't really know, but it's uh, just because of how the Sudanese culture they have all these arranged marriage where females or young girl doesn't really, they are not involved in that process. They just like, okay, this is how this is the person that will end up with you. So surprisingly, what happened when I was still here, I talked to my brother. They have a school somewhere in a different village. That's where she started going to school, when elementary school. But what's happening in the village? They had some arranged marriage with this old guy who she have no idea whom I actually don't even know. So when I arrived there, I had a news, rumors about this is, what's gonna happen. And it's apparently we both met at the same time when she was done with the school, like a holiday in December. So when I talked to her, my older brother was, he knew something about it, but he didn't inform me what's happening. So in that process, I was so angry at the whole thing, and say, well, why would you let this happen? Because this is not how you should let things just slide by. You can. She is our own our own sister. She's the only one that we have, and the good thing, she already started going to school, and we all need to have everyone kind of like go to school and get education. So so in that process, everything turned out to, it wasn't nice anymore, because the good time we had, it became a confrontation between the elders. So they kind of took my part as a disobeying, them, you don't follow the culture. But it wasn't something that I said cultures, it's something, that's how you want it, but this is exactly what she don't want. She don't want this one. So there I basically say, okay, what we're gonna do, we don't want, I basically told them, please don't ever do this again, because I was angry, and my mom, she agreed with it. So we decided to send my sister to Uganda to go to school over there, because I knew if I left, there might be something, happening back there. So that's how, we kind of end this situation. She went back to Uganda, and there wasn't any enough money to keep her over there. It was a different country, she have to have all these expenses. So